what are the major differences between leadership and proactive leaders and action and informed action? In 2025, you want to be certain that you're absolutely clear about these concepts. Why? Because there's that concept that we call the leadership deficit syndrome. And it is highly likely that if you're not able to distinguish the difference between the leader and proactive leader, action and informed action, you can be stuck in what we call the leadership deficit syndrome. So my role here as we go into 2025 is to provide you with a content and context of information that will set you up to apply these concepts to position yourself to attain greatness. Today, I want us to do a deep dive into the concept that we call proactive leadership. And proactive leadership stands on three important pillars. One, you learn the process of thinking ahead. You learn the process of informed action, and you learn the process of seeing beyond problems. Three things. One, you learn the process of thinking ahead. You learn the process of seeing beyond problems, and you learn the process of taking informed action, all of which you need to learn whether you are attempting to start and scale a business, position yourself to build wealth, attain financial independence, or position yourself for early retirement. You need to know these things. Today, we will be focusing only on one of these pillars, and that pillar, we're going to call it the process thinking ahead. Very often, you are thrown into the driving seat and into the hot seat, and you're asked to think ahead, but very often, you just don't know how to apply this technique of thinking ahead. There are three areas of thinking ahead that we will cover today. One, we will talk about being clear about what you want. So as you think ahead, what does it mean to be clear about what you want to accomplish? You also want to be clear about why you want what you want. Last but not least, you must be clear about how you're going to attract desired results. Now, are you able to think ahead of all of these things? And is the inability to think through this entire ecosystem, this entire process is what's going to cause you to fail. So whether you're setting a small goal or a big goal because you're not clear about what you're doing, by default, you will fail. So I'm trusting that you're going to get your pens and paper and you're going to begin to take some notes. And I want you to write to us. So let us know how these programs are affecting you and ask questions. And we will be so happy to respond to you. Now, the first thing that you're going to be writing down is proactive leadership. Our aim is to give you the tools to master the art of proactive leadership. The first element that we're looking at is the process of thinking ahead. But how does it work? So in thinking ahead, the first thing you're writing down here is clear about what you want. It's 2025, and are you clear about the things that you want to achieve in 2025? So I'm going to give three examples of things that you want to be clear about. Perhaps you want to be clear about starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. So you're saying to yourself, this is 2025, and I want to start and scale my 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. You're not sitting on the fence about this. You're absolutely clear that you want to get that process started in 2025. Another example could be you want to attain financial independence, and you're not pivoting about this. You're not speculating about this. You're not exercising doubts and fear about this. You know that you want to attain financial independence, and you're clear about this. These are things you want to be absolutely clear about. You can't be sitting on the fence about these things, because it's the fact that you're sitting on the fence, you're exercising doubts and fear about what you want to accomplish, that is going to cause you to fail. And third example, you want to embrace a better quality of life. So perhaps you've been working paycheck to paycheck. Perhaps your living accommodation is not what you want, but now you're making a commitment to embrace better quality of life. You're clear about what you want. Are you clear about these things? So let us move to the second degree of clarity. Clear about why you want what you want. about. You see, very often as you think about the things that you want to accomplish, you have selfish motive. And it is because of selfish motive, your dreams and your hopes and your aspiration is for the compromise. Now, let's take the example that you want to start and scale your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. And all you're thinking about, you want to do this because you want cash flow optimization, because you want to go to Dubai, you want to go to Timbuktu, you want to go all the places and enjoy life. And that's your number one reason why you want to start your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. That is selfish motive. I'm not saying that you're not entitled to that type of experience, but if that is the single most important motive why you're doing what you're doing, it is being selfish. The right motive is to say you're starting your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, and you're asking yourself, how is my 6, 7, and 9-figure brand is going to add value to the ideal client? You want to be clear about this. How are you going to add value to the ideal client? Because it is the ability to shift from your personal desires and now ask yourself how the things that you're going to be doing, how it's going to affect people's life, is going to create the massive change in helping you to accomplish your goals. So you're not starting a 6, 7, and 9-figure brand simply because you want all of the excitements. One thing you must be excited about is how starting a 6, 7, and 9-figure brand is going to add value to people's lives. Why is that so important? Because when people are aware that you are innovating products and services, you're providing products and services that is reaching their expectations and possibly exceeding their expectations, then and only then they're going to be consistent in going into their pocket and taking out their monies and investing with you. And that is going to be the springboard that is going to help you to not only start, but also realize your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. Are you clear about why you want to start your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand? Clear about why you want what you want. So you want to be certain that you're clear about how you're going to add value. You must be clear on how you're going to fix problems. You must be clear on how you're going to enhance the quality of life of people. You want to be very, very clear about this. Now, there's a number of things that you can do to be clear about this because you're targeting people, and people represents lifestyle, culture, and social class. They represent all of this. And if you want to be clear on how you're going to impact people, you need to understand people. But I'm not going to get into that today. But I want to encourage you to join our community, because in our personal community, we go deeper into these concepts. You have a clearer step-by-step approach that's going to truly set you up for success. We give away a lot of information. This is a lot of information that we're giving to you free. And think about that. If we can give you all of this free when you come into our community, how much more we are going to give you. Think about that. In conclusion, I want to say you want to be clear about why you want what you want. And that means that you know how you're going to add value. You know how you're going to fix problems. You're clear about these things. You're clear about how you're going to enhance the quality of life of people. But if you're attempting to start and scale your 6, 7-figure brand and you're going to shortchange people and the experience that you're nurturing for them to have, that by default is going to shortchange you. It's going to undermine your chances of being successful because your motives, they're all wrong. The last concept that we're going to go into today is being clear about how to attract desired results. You want to be clear about this. You see, many persons, well, it's the beginning of the new year, so you're beginning to think about your new year resolution. You know what you want. The possibility exists that you know why you want what you want, but do you know how to attract desired results? And this is exactly where most people fail. You're not clear. You don't have the third degree of clarity on all of the best practices that's going to set you up for success. You need that third degree clarity. So let me begin to explain what this means. Clear about how to attract desired results. To be clear about a process means that you understand the science of success. So when it's about starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, what does the science say about this? There's some of you who want to be successful and you're going about success with that blindfold over your eyes. You're going about success swimming in shark-infested water. You're going about success with the elephant on your back, you have no science of success. They say success leave clues. And I'm going to be doing an entire series on success leave clues where you will have the step-by-step best practices on what the concept means, success leave clues. But let's talk a little bit about being clear about attracting desired results. How clear are you? You want a 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. You want financial independence. You want to embrace a better quality of life. You want to retire early. You want all of these great things, and you're entitled to these things. Absolutely nothing wrong with these desires. Your method of approach, perhaps because you have never been taught how to go about doing these things, you don't know it. And success escapes you every time. You want to capture success and almost keep it in a cage. You want to keep it in, your luxury mansion. Keep success where success needs to be, not distant from you. So let's go into this. So the science of starting and scaling your success, your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand lies in data. Do you have the information, the body of knowledge that says this is how we do it? Do you have the data that says this is how we position ourselves for financial independence? This is how we embrace a better quality of life. This is the smartest way to go about early retirement. Do you have the data? So if you don't have the data, how can you be clear about attracting desired results? You're going to fail. You can't attract desired results because you're swimming in shark-infested waters, and that shark is nibbling at your skin. They're going to your bones. Or you swim with an elephant on your back. Can you do that? Instead of you go to a destination, that elephant is carrying you to its own destination. You in the captain of your ship because the elephant is sinking you to the bottom of the ocean. You are swimming with elephants on your back. Get the science. Get the proven theory. The proven theory, it's a theory, yes, but it has been proven time and time and time and time again. So you are fully aware of how to apply this to achieve a desired result. This is no longer wishful thinking. This is applying the best practices. Do you understand the science, the proven theory? The best practices that's going to set you up to start and scale that 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, that is going to set you up for financial independence, that is going to set you up to embrace a better quality of life, that is going to set you up for early retirement. The third degree of clarity will ensure that you have this body of knowledge and ensure that you know exactly how to apply this body of knowledge to achieve desired end results. Let me pause a bit to say this to you. When you don't know what you need to know to embrace the better quality of life, to start and scale your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, to position yourself to build wealth, to graduate to early retirement, it makes a whole lot of sense to get the right mentor. It makes a whole lot of sense to get the right coaches. It makes a whole lot of sense to get a sponsor. It makes a whole lot of sense to become part of a supportive community that wants you to succeed. If you can limp on your own 2 feet, surround yourself with the right people. That's going to help you to walk. It's going to help you to run. And it's going to help you to win the race when it comes to starting and embracing your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations. 2025 is not a year of procrastination. It is a year of abundance. Like all the other years have been. Those other years might have passed you by, but you owe it to yourself to not allow 2025 pass you by, 2025 and beyond. You don't want to mark time. You want to have a clear mental picture as to where you want to go, why you want to get there, and how to get there. Because when you have this clarity, this third degree of clarity, several things happen. 1, you get the high rewards. 2, you get the measurable results. 3, you get predictable outcome. And can you imagine, because you have the right mentor, coach, sponsor, supportive community around you, you can literally attain predictable outcome. Predictable outcome in starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. Predictable outcome in positioning yourself for financial independence. Predictable outcome in embracing a better quality of life. Predictable outcome in embracing a better quality of life. Early retirement. Again, success leaves clues. All the successful people that you have in the world, we have done a deep study on quite a number of these folks, and we have chronicled, we have documented their success pathway. And very soon I'm going to release a series of programs that goes deep into this. But I want to encourage you to do a couple of things. Follow my channel on Seven Figure Media because this program is likely to come under Seven Figure Media. We want to push you to that point where you can get to seven figure income. Whether you're trading your time for money or not, there's smart ways in which you could position yourself to become a seven figure earner, a six figure earner, a nine figure earner. Nine figures is a bit tougher, but is it possible? Yes, it is. What does the science say? What does the proven theory say? What does the best practices say? That is giving the 1% of the 1%, the high reward, the measurable results, the predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. You need to listen to learn to apply to master, and master a process that's going to position you to build wealth. So I trust today you would have enjoyed this podcast, and I look forward to being with you in the next program. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I want you to get into the comment and tell us how this program is impacting you. Ask your questions. I will respond to you, and I want to encourage you most of all to become part of the inner circle. All right? Become part of the inner circle where you're going to have direct contact with mentor and coach and sponsors and people that want you to succeed. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.